So pseudoskeptics, here is the truth that you don't want to know. Randi knew about Alvarez/Pena illegal non-status and stolen identity even before it happened. So did numerous other people around Randi. Headline: Jailed Mystery Artist. He once was amazing Randi's assistant, under a different name by Peter Franceschina. Sun Sentinel, Tuesday, October 18, 2011, 6:20 p.m. Charles Sahe, who served as Randi's manager for a time after the magician moved to Florida, also identified the photograph of Carlos as Pena. I knew him as David, and I think it was David Pena, Sahe said. By the time David became Carlos, I was not with Randi anymore. Last week, Randi called Sahe out of the blue and asked him to speak to Alvarez's attorneys. He did not try to tell me what to say, Sahe said, adding that Randi told him, "Tell them what you know, let it come out. This thing is a big enough mess. We don't need other people in trouble." Among Randi's New Jersey-New York circle of friends in the mid-80s was Kenneth Hari, an artist and portraitist. He, too, identified the photograph of Carlos as the man he knew as David Pena. He remembers Pena telling him he needed to find a new identity. He did not have legal identification, Hari recalled. Alvarez, or John Doe as he is known in federal court papers, is charged with making a false statement to renew his passport in 2008, which is punishable by up to 10 years in prison. He also is charged with aggravated identity theft, which automatically tacks 2 years onto any other prison term. If Alvarez strikes a plea agreement, prosecutors likely wouldn't seek a lengthy sentence. If Alvarez is in this country illegally, he could face deportation. So the great debunker of conmen and fraudsters, and all things false, the rational James Randi, is in fact a champion fraud, better than all the rest, party to a long-term crime which could land his 20 years partner Alvarez 12 years in jail. Oh, where was his critical thinking? Laughing out loud, it was almost the perfect crime, but was discovered by accident, when the real Jose Alvarez of New York innocently applied for a passport. We just can't wait for all the JREF pseudo-skeptic apologists to say it was really another scientific experimental hoax to test the security of the passport issuing system of the U.S. government, to measure their gullibility, and now that it's uncovered, the hoax has been a howling success and Uncle Sam is proven gullible. So there, the Nobel Prize is due to James Randi and Alvarez, maybe link it to the war on terror. Randi and Alvarez were working undercover for the Central Intelligence Agency, seeking to contact other gullible people in foreign countries to set up pseudo-skeptic groups, organizing a global gullible network of 10 people in each capital city. 8 in Sydney meet regularly. Apparently in China, gullible skeptic bloggers insist that one live audience of Alvarez faking Carlos numbered 10 million people. Not a TV audience. A living crowd. It seems a rather large theater, don't you think? Gullible skeptics type this tripe, like monkeys on typewriters, on numerous Alvarez web pages. So who is gullible? Laughing out loud, go Googling. Sooner or later someone has to point out that all professional skeptics, great and small, are essentially criminal by nature, lying continuously for their entire lives to themselves and others. Any skeps wish to dispute this? Laughing out loud,